Alright guys, this is going to be a layout update on what's been going on. As you can see, the lumber mill is off and now the Oak Valley cement is on here. Plus the Glacier cement over there and the Blue Star Remix is over there. So what's going on is, let me try to explain this. If you haven't been in the live to see it in action, then you're going to be pretty impressed about the switching operations on this, because it's a little different. So what happens is we have two engines here, two tracks, two engines. This is the loaded empty cars that's being shoved in, and these are the loaded cars that's being dragged out. So every time it'll shove in, get unloaded, drag up to make a cut, drag up in the clear, and then this train will shove back, make the join on the loaded car, and bring the loaded cars over here. Actually, correction. The calcium carbonate is, or the limestone, is the loaded car coming from the HGA Technologies. And the empty cement cars, the two bay hoppers, are the ones that's being loaded. So we have two things going on out over here. When we get the two bay cars in here, we're loading them. When we bring the calcium carbonate limestone cars in, they're being empty. So there's a lot of things going on between from this point all the way down to the cut. Okay, once that is done, we will pull at least 4 to 5 cars. We'll drag up to the switch, PLG, and then come into the Y. This is the top side of the Y. This is the lower side of the Y. We'll come in the top side of the Y, shove the cars in to the outbound tracks, which will be over here. Okay? Once we've done that, we'll come over here, switch out the tank cars. We have some reserve tank cars sitting over here. So when those cars are loaded and empty, these loaded cars will come on the platform and be unloaded. So once those cars are done, then they're being brought over here to the other side of the outbound track. All right. Once the cars are at the outbound track, train to take the cars back to the top of the Y, all the way around to be put in the outbound track, which is outside the plant over here. This is the outbound track over here. They'll shove them out to the main to be heading to the closet branch. What we have over here is actually the inbound train that came from the closet branch, and we have the outbound train that we're using in the CTI running. This is the train that's going to go to the closet branch. When I come home, it'll go to the closet branch. I'm finna get ready to go to work. And this is the inbound train, that the service train, that UP will come and pick up these cars and set them over here in track 3 or track 1. Track 2 is the lead track going into the closet branch for the shove and drag. All right, so they will be brought over here. In the meantime, once the outbound is clear, they will take the inbound cars and bring them over here to this yard. It's a little bit shoveling of yards and everything, but before they do that, they have to clear out this yard and get these cars out of here. So these are the inbound cars that's going to go from here to over here or to the shove track on the hopper train to be shoved, to be loaded. We also have some cars, the Black Rock cars and the Iowa cars are cars that belongs to the Glacier plant. All the 2 bay hoppers will be going to Blue Star, and all the rest of the hoppers will be going to HGA Technologies. That's pretty much it of how this goes. When I come home, we will take this train and set it over here, set it back over there in track 1 or 3, And this train will be going to the Closet branch. As you can see, there are some hopper tank cars over here. Those are staged over there. That is like what we call the abandoned track now. We're not using this end for service, only that end. On the Closet branch, the outbound train, which is going to be inbound for the Closet to the chemical plant, is over there in the running. So the train that you see over there is going to be coming to the plant. But before we can get it in the plant, we got to get this train out of the plant. So we got to do a little switcheroo tonight. And this will conclude the third cycle. This is cycle number 3. And we'll be starting cycle number 4 sometime later on tonight. So this is pretty much the operations over here. There's a lot going on. The first time I did this was Monday, I believe. And it took me almost 4 hours. Almost close to 4 hours to do it, the first cycle. Plus I had a little issues with switches and everything and track. The second time it took me about 2.5, almost 3 hours. And then since I was able to split it up, it's been less than about an hour and a half. So kind of balance it out. So when I come in from work, I'll come in here and do a little switching before I go to bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll do some switching. But sooner or later, I will be doing the switch list if I can take the time to build one. It's kind of hard trying to do a switch list. So much going on with this layout. The N scale. As of right now, the N scale will be, I've been putting it off. Every time I say I'm going to work on it, I put it off. Because there's a lot of stuff that I have to level out up there, and I'm going to be adjusting. So that will probably be on the back burner until I get everything situated with the HO. The CTI will be running on the N scale. I have to order the small, tiny micro magnets for that to put on the rail cars to do the sensors for the switches and sensors for the rail cars. So yeah, it will be sooner or later in operations as soon as I can get this situated. HO. All right, I got to get out the door to work. I hope y'all enjoyed this update. Come check me out live. I'm always live, so matter of fact, I'm live right now, so y'all can actually see me videotaping this update. So there you go. So until then, I will see y'all later. Y'all take care. God bless. Be safe. I'm going to work. Bye.